Straight ahead on 12 News, a water quality success story.
3 years ago, we had a severe weed problem and started to see some invasive species.
Now, see what will be biting in a Robbinsdale lake. Plus, a sudden surge of hail leaves an aftermath of dents local residents are now trying to iron out. But first, unrest in a New Hope neighborhood. Police and SWAT teams spend many hours surrounding a residential home. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. A New Hope man is in custody after a 9-hour police standoff.
The incident started around 1 a.m. in the 4000 block of Cavell Avenue. Cassie Bonstrom brings us the latest.
Early Monday morning, New Hope police responded to an assault at this home on Cavell Avenue. 2 people inside the home were able to get out safely, but one man, possibly armed with a weapon, refused to come out.
I just heard police cars, and I didn't know where they were.
Throughout the night, neighbors awoke to sirens and commotion.
About 3 o'clock, I heard something running, and I just went back to bed.
As more and more agencies and armored vehicles arrived on scene.
My husband had gotten up and went out to get the paper, and here they were all parked in front of our house and down the block.
With weapons drawn, SWAT team members surrounded the home as negotiators tried to make contact with the suspect. After 9 hours, the man was removed from the home and arrested. Around 10:30 a.m., residents were finally allowed to go back into their homes as police continued to investigate the situation. Reporting in New Hope, I'm Cassie Bonstrom, 12 News.
In other news, many are dealing with property damage after severe storms rolled through the Northwest Metro on Sunday.
The hail caused havoc on vehicles and anything else that was outdoors. 12 News reporter Sonia Goins has more.
First came the rain, then Mother Nature threw a few curveballs. Balls of ice, to be exact. At one point, it looked like winter.
And suddenly, the hail just came down really bad.
Brooklyn Park resident Vetsana Yang was caught off guard.
The hail came down, I'm like, ah!
She was in Minneapolis when the storm hit.
The car was parking in front of my mom's house. I was at my mom.
She says she knew right away her Mercedes would lose some of its showroom appeal.
Yep, I know. It's gonna have a damage because the way how the hail coming down, boom, boom, everywhere.
The damage that we're seeing on the cars isn't major damage, but it's definitely there and definitely needs to get fixed.
She got the car checked out at Abra Auto Body and Glass in Brooklyn Park.
There's so many dents on this particular panel, and they're so close together that the metal is kind of stretched out from all the dents.
The hail not only caused dents on the car, but possibly Vetsana's pocketbook too.
This particular vehicle could be $3,000 to $4,000. The right repair for this would be to replace the hood.
Abra says they've been busy all day with dent repairs.
We've had about 4 or 5 people already right away this morning.
They use a special light to check for hail damage. This BMW looks like it has chicken pox. The pink marks indicate dents.
There's a lot of them, but they're small.
Experts will use a less expensive technique called paintless dent removal.
But we're actually able to access the back side of the panel and actually massage the dent back out.
The customer or insurance company will have to part with a lot of cold cash for the spring storm fix.
This was probably $1,500 to $2,000 of damage.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
Amazing. If you do have hail damage, you tell us, don't wait to put in an insurance claim. The more you wait, the longer it will take to fix the damage.
3 weeks after his body was found in the Mississippi River, 10-year-old Barway Collins was finally laid to rest.
This will not be easy, but it will be celebratory. This may not be easy, but we are family today.
A crowd of nearly 2,000 people packed into Shiloh Temple in North Minneapolis on Saturday to pay their respects to the Crystal fourth grader. Most in the crowd wore white at the request of Barway's biological mother, saying it symbolizes purity and would honor her son's memory. More than a dozen people spoke at the funeral. They expressed a common sentiment that while Barway may be gone, the celebration of his life should bring the community together.
There is never a script on how to grieve, and there is never a script on how to act. But I ask the community now, let's put our differences aside today. And let's grieve like never before for our innocent child.
I ask you as a community and as people to put aside our differences and fix our eyes on the smile of little Barway. It is that smile that unites all of us.
Barway's body was laid to rest at Crystal's Glen Haven Memorial Cemetery in a plot that a resident donated to the family. There was a big sign of progress this weekend for a lake that is making a comeback.
Homeowners around Lower Twin Lake in Robbinsdale have been working to improve that lake for several years. Now they're able to stock it with fish.
Who's first?
This is a milestone marked with buckets of tiny walleye and perch hand-carried to the edge of a lake.
We have two fish. We're going to put them in the lake.
Girl Scouts helped with the bucket brigade.
Oh, bye-bye, fishy.
With extra care, these fish are released as part of an effort to turn around a lake that was starting to see typical problems for lakes in urban areas.
We had a severe weed problem and started to see some invasive species. So we formed primarily to control invasive species and improve the water quality of the lake.
That was 3 years ago. Since then, the Lower Twin Lake Association has dealt with curly-leaf pondweed and a nuisance plant called coontail.
I think with invasive species, it's important to catch them early because they're going to just multiply and multiply. And so we are early in catching the invasive species here.
With this event, 450 walleye and 250 more yellow perch are now in the lake with the hope that they now have a better chance of survival.
And they'll improve the water quality too. They'll take care of a lot of the bullheads, carp.
Lake Association members hope to release more fish here this fall.
Go home.
Our goal is to improve the water quality and have a clear, pristine lake like it was at one time, and we believe that that's possible.
The Three Rivers Park District now owns the boat launch and will be conducting boat inspections there for the first time to make sure boats are not carrying invasive species with them.
Homeowners along Medicine Lake in Plymouth, meanwhile, are concerned about falling water levels. Low water levels are typically seen in late summer, and with less snow and rain this year, water levels are already lower. On Tuesday, the city of Plymouth will consider paying for half of a $45,000 study to investigate options to improve the situation in July and August, when boating and other lake recreation activities are impacted.
Home builders are feeling more optimistic, just not as confident as they would like to be. The number of permits for home construction was exactly the same in April as it was the year before. Plymouth actually has had the most permits for new housing construction year to date. Both Plymouth and Maple Grove were in the top 5 for the month of April. While construction of single-family homes was flat, permits for new apartments actually fell 20% compared to this time last year. Coming up, an itchy problem left up to the Ladibugs.
And meet the former nurses who aren't afraid to take on lice. Then later in sports, a Park Center senior is breaking records in track and field.
But first, cooler weather on Tuesday, then Wednesday and Thursday, some more much-needed rain. A Hopkins company is making a name for itself by taking on a problem that few people want to talk about, lice.
That's right. If you're a parent, you know it can come with the territory. It's estimated 6 to 12 million kids get lice each year. It's how 2 local mothers got into a business of their own. And in just 5 years, they're turning their company, Ladibugs, into an international business.
We're the ladies after the bugs.
Rachel Knutson and Lisa Rudquist have a healthy dose of humor about lice.
We have to be supportive to the client and just say, you know, you will get through this. You will. Again, Lisa and I would have never have guessed that this is what we were going to do with our careers.
As nurses and mothers, they've been through what Chanhassen dad Andy Moss experienced.
You know, we're at home one night and our kids have been complaining about their heads itching.
When Lisa and Rachel's daughters each got lice, the 2 nurses weren't happy with their treatment options.
We found that when you open up a bottle of a chemical preparation to treat your child for head lice, you know as a mother that there's something in there you don't want to put on your kid.
5 years ago, the pair developed Ladibugs.
We have our prevention products and our elimination products.
A line of at-home products designed to eliminate lice without pesticides.
Mint is our main essential oil in our products, and that's what lice find offensive, and so they will crawl away from that scent.
The products are now sold at Great Clip stores nationwide and in Canada, turning Ladibugs into a $1.5 million company.
First thing though, we did try using the kit itself to try to get rid of things, and then realized with 3 in the family that it was probably a better idea to just go have somebody take care of it.
Andy Moss brought his family directly to the Ladibugs facility, where they treat the problem on site with a special device. Gentle assurances line the walls of this company, signaling to nervous families they're definitely not the first or only ones dealing with lice.
We love speaking to those families, helping them understand kind of reining in that anxiety.
Ladibugs will find out later this month if they're awarded Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year by the Twin West Chamber of Commerce. Somebody's got to take it on, and they did. Coming up, a local group celebrates 50 years of singing.
First in sports, it's a great battle in softball as Cooper and Benilde-St. Margaret's trade big hits. John Jacobson has that and more when we come back. John Jacobson with sports and some exciting softball. Good pitching always helps.
We're good pitching and some timely hitting, especially in this one, is the difference. It's been a mixed bag for the Cooper softball team this spring, with some one-sided losses mixed with good wins in the Metro West Conference. The Hawks were looking to split their season series with Benilde-St. Margaret on the Red Knights' home field. Cooper gets off to a good start in this game. Top of the first inning, Hawks second baseman Yvette Williams-Upshur will blast one to right center. This will carry the fence for a 2-run homer, and the Hawks lead it 2-0. Cooper sophomore pitcher Ray Beener kept the Red Knights off the board for a long time. She'll get a strikeout here to end the 4th inning, part of a stretch where she retired 8 in a row. Maddie Houlihan of Benilde is one of the best fast pitch players in the state, and in the 6th inning, she'll drive a Beener pitch over the fence in left center for a game-tying 2-run homer. The Red Knights add another run to go up 3-2 heading to the 7th. But Williams-Upshur has one more big swing left in her. She'll blast another ball to right center and over the fence for a 2-run homer, her second of the day, to help win the game. Cooper pulls this one out over Benilde, winning 5-3. These teams could meet again in Section 6 3A play later this month. In baseball, Wayzata scored a win over Minnetonka in the team's first meeting this spring. The Trojans and Skippers played again Friday. This one at Wayzata High School. Top of the first inning of this one, Jimmy Ramsey with a base hit for Minnetonka, scoring Ben Lavorsi, and it's 1-0. Skippers will get clutch hits all day. Top of the second, it's Jacob Stoller with a 2-out single, bringing home Matt Boyd. Top of the 3rd inning, Boyd with a 2-out run-scoring hit, and this one makes it 3-1 Minnetonka. On to the 6th inning, Ian Cody takes the high pitch to the opposite field for a 2-out double. Stoller's around to score, and it's 5-1. Wayzata gets a run in the bottom of the 7th on an RBI single by Cody Getters, but it's too little too late, and Minnetonka wins 6-2. Wayzata plays at Chanhassen on Tuesday. Prior to the state tournament, the Edina Invitational brings together many of the state's best boys tennis teams. Top-ranked Moundsview beat Eastridge 4-3 in the championship match. Wayzata fell to Blake 5-2 in the 3rd-place match in a battle of defending state champions. Maple Grove placed 5th, edging Washburn 4-3. Maple Grove faces Armstrong Tuesday in a big Northwest Suburban Conference match. A Park Center High School senior has set the standard for the discus throw this spring. Terrance Howard, shown here in practice, threw the discus 191 feet in competition last week at Maple Grove. That distance is in the top 5 in the country recorded this spring and would be a record here in Minnesota if thrown at the state meet. Howard was runner-up in the event last spring, and 191 feet surprised even him. It's a big jump in distance from last season.
It's almost 13 feet, which for a month into the season is really, really good. I mean, I've just been really working on trying to improve my spin more and more. And I mean, when I let go of the 191, I knew it felt good, but I didn't know it'd be a PR of almost 12 feet good. And when I heard that number, I just was super excited.
Terrance also competes in the shot put for Park Center. The Pirates' next competition is Tuesday at Elk River High School. They are one of a handful of local teams competing in the section True Team meet there. Champlin Park, Maple Grove, Osseo, and Rogers are among the other teams in that section. So 191 for late April is pretty good, and he continues to improve. We got a chance to set a state all-time record.
Wow. A lot of season left yet.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks a lot, John. Still ahead, the group known for singing, humor, and fun.
We'll meet the ladies who are celebrating something special this weekend. We'll be right back. Well, finally, a local group is celebrating 50 years of singing.
The Treble Tones have their 50th anniversary concert this weekend. Among the singers is retired teacher Carol Feldman. She got involved after seeing an ad in the local community newspaper. She's now been singing with the group for 22 years.
These shows are memorable because we all get to perform. We get to do a little choreography sometimes, a little singing, and some humor involved, and our families like to come in cheer us on.
They're so much fun. They work really hard. I like their hardworking nature, and as they say often to me, it's like I've got a bunch of extra grandmas.
The Treble Tones actually have one singer who's been with the group all 50 years. Their annual fundraising concert is this Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Eisenhower Community Center. Tickets are $15 at the door, $7 for children 12 and under. A portion of the proceeds benefits Safe Journey, that's a domestic abuse advocacy program at North Memorial Hospital. What a great outlet for those women.
I bet they have a blast,
I bet
don't
they
you
do
think?
too. A lot of fun
That's so much
together.
fun.
That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
And we leave you with more from the Treble Tones as we say goodbye. Enjoy, everyone. See you tomorrow.